And welcome to the LampPod. It's me, Sam, and you!
Neil, hello.
And you!
Sam Bram.
Whoa! We got another Sam!
We have.
Another Sam. The universe should explode or something, but it's not.
I hate this. I pride myself on being the only Sam.
Just to set up some rules, I am only going to refer to Sam from the Lamppost as Sam, and I'm going to refer to Sam Bram as Bram or Sam Bram.
That makes sense.
That won't be at all confusing.
I'm already confused. Am I Bram?
Are you Wait, am I Davis?
Who am I in all of this?
Who are you? Are you another Sam?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome to the LampPod. It's the 47th.
Is that true?
Coming after the 46th that totally came out and my computer didn't blow up.
Yeah. PSA, we had some technical difficulties in the week. So that will be out by the time you see this, but we're basically a week behind on everything. But we're going to try.
You're like, why did this
loads.
come out 2 days in a row or whatever? Like, that's the reason. I'm sorry.
It's all Sam's fault.
It's my what? No.
Yeah.
For God's
Damn
sake.
it, Bram.
Sorry.
Ah.
I'm already confused.
I'm always
But-
confused. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're watching WandaVision.
I'm really excited for this week. Like, I have no idea what's gonna sort of happen after the ending of last week.
Oh man. Oh man, I keep like forgetting it happened, and then I'm like, oh shit.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah.
Quicksilver,
Yeah.
but not Quicksilver.
Yeah, like
But
the
Quicksilver from X-Men.
Quicksilver. Can you imagine if it turns out that it's actually just a coincidence? Like he was just the best person that auditioned, and it's not the X-Men's.
They just thought, oh, we've recast him like Hulk and War Machine.
Yeah, like Aaron Taylor Johnson was just unavailable or just too expensive. This guy happened to be around.
He played Quicksilver really well. Weird.
The first line he's gonna say is gonna be like, "I'm here. It's me. Deal with it," and everyone's gonna be like,
Oh man,
He's going to put his headphones on and Sweet Dreams is going to play, and he's going to save everyone from inside Wanda's reality dome.
Oh man,
because we're in the 80s now, right? Like,
I think last time was the 80s.
So yeah, so
this would
must
be the
90s
90s.
it fits.
that does fit. Oh my
They've
god,
never done more than a decade per episode, apart from 4, which didn't really count.
Yeah, me and Neil kept saying that the 80s would probably be like the Halloween one, just for like the iconography of it. But I guess that's going to be the 90s.
I think
because looking at
this
the
one's
thumbnail
the
for the episode.
Yeah, this
and
is
the title.
definitely. I think that's the closest I've come to spoilers for anything, because I was like looking forward to that, and I know it's this week now, and I'm like, okay.
I got it up to watch, and I was like, oh, normally they just refer to a new episode as episode 5.
Yeah.
Is it 5?
Yeah,
No,
it's
6.
called like the Spooktacular, right, or something. This episode.
Yeah, the Halloween Spooktacular.
Yeah, how exciting.
It is.
So going into this episode now, there's like the status quo has kind of changed a lot. Because Vision is just mad. Like the episode didn't end with any kind of resolution. He's just still confused and he doesn't trust Wanda. So like, what's gonna happen now? Like, I don't know.
Is he gonna just keep yelling and being
forget,
mad?
Or is he going to forget about it and move on?
Well, that's what I'm worried is going to happen. It's like Wanda's going to like mind wipe him, and we're going to have to go through it again. But I can't imagine that happening. I feel like he's a free agent, where everyone else is kind of like under the mind control.
I don't know, because earlier in the very first episode we had the like Vision help him moment where he wasn't moving until she like told him.
And the rewind as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And, he, like, forgot.
And he's also a walking corpse.
Also true. Turns out Wanda was just having an argument with herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe that's the thing.
Maybe they're all... No, they've got to be real people, because Vision was like with that guy who was like, oh my god, my family.
Gotta call my sister.
yeah.
Anyway, how do you put a stamp on an email?
Yeah, this week has been the first one for a while where I've just been like, I have no idea.
Like, I feel like every week we're like, this is the show has finally begun. Like, this is again like, now we're getting into even more. Like,
yeah, brand new status quo. Like,
mm.
And then everyone's favourite X-Man showed up.
Yeah.
Apart
Yeah,
from
it's
Wolverine.
well, everyone's favorite X-Man who's still working up until the Fox take over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also another thing, is like, he's going to be there from the start of the episode. Like, what are they... How long is it going to take for Wanda to turn around and say, you're not the PHO I remember, or something like that?
Here's a thing that I noticed. They mentioned the names of Wanda's parents in the last episode, and like a news thing of them dying or something. Not like a briefing. I feel like they might have done that because then they could have a moment where he's like, oh, my dad is Magneto, and she's like, but that's not my dad.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and then Ian McKellen comes in, or Michael Fassbender, like, hey.
Who cares?
Oh my god, can you imagine? Fuck it up.
Can you imagine if they do like a Darth Maul in Solo? So it's like, it's Ian McKellen but with Fassbender's voice. They dub him just to get both in.
Oh yeah, Sam Witwer did Solo, didn't he? Was he? Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, but they got Ray Park back to play the physicality of him.
Come meet me on Dufferman.
Yeah, so this week, we adverts. Let's do the advert prediction that we always do.
Oh yes, we always forget. Advert. Where did we get to? It was Lagos.
Lagos, yeah.
Lagos. What was
It
Lagos?
was Lagos wipes, I believe. Like,
yeah, when you make a mess that you didn't mean to, and she obviously she blew
Oh,
up
Lagos was
the
when
embassy,
she
didn't she?
yeah, and there was like red liquid being wiped up.
she blew up the building.
Which puts us in Civil War.
Yeah. So what happens after Civil War? It's
Infinity War.
Thanos Airlines. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Thanos Airlines. We keep calling it, or like Vision toothpaste because she blows him up. When's that coming into play? How many episodes is there left? How many more things is there to fit into her story?
8 and 9, 4.
Yeah, there's 4. So there's 3 more weeks of this now.
Right.
And then we get a week off, which I don't know what we're going to talk about then. And then we get Winter Soldier.
Oh god, yeah. Damn.
It's going to be great.
Oh man. Oh, what a time to be a Marvel fan. Anyway, last minute like predictions, and we'll just jump into the episode.
I part of me thinks we're gonna see Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like, a part of me thinks, yeah, I think we're gonna have like our first instance of like
Quicksilver v Quicksilver.
Yeah, like
Ooh,
2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like what's he doing? Is he busy?
Yeah. What's he up to? You know.
I think she in trying to bring back Quicksilver ripped a different Quicksilver from another universe. Maybe.
I would genuinely believe that as being like the scenario.
It's got to be a lead into multiverse, right? We've got to be there.
Well, supposedly that's the trilogy. Is WandaVision, Doctor Strange 2, and then Spider-Man into the whatever the movie ends up being.
Spider-Man. Homework,
into the Spider-Verse. Into the Homeverse.
Will we see who the aerospace engineer is, and is it going to be Reed Richards? Is that going to come into play this episode? Moira's friend? Not Moira. What's her name? Monica.
I don't know. I feel
Rambo.
like it might be a case of like maybe we'll get an email signed Reed Richards or something. I don't think they won't announce a casting, huge. Right? Like.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
It'll be like do you remember in Amazing Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man 2 where he's got the email from J. Jonah Jameson? They didn't know who they wanted.
Yeah.
And they didn't have anyone.
If it's anything like that, it'll be one of those.
Okay.
Or maybe, my theory is they're going to skip the Fantastic Four origin story. So maybe we need this aerospace engineer dude. Oh, he can't. He's currently on a mission in space. Maybe we'll start getting like the sprinkles of an origin before
in the background of other.
Yeah, I don't want an origin film for Fantastic Four.
We've had they realised it was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We've already had 2. Same
the
with
new way to
Fantastic
go,
Four, I
think.
guess. I never saw the latest one.
Me neither, man. I can't even bear to look at it. It just looks terrible.
It's no good.
We say that, and then Miles Teller is going to show up as the aerospace engineer.
And they're like, that film is canon.
They double
God
down.
damn it.
Fuck. Where's Toby Kibble?
Anyway, yes, let's watch the episode. Transition this week. Here we go. I'm gonna wipe over my face, and it's gonna be magical. Here we go. Here's the episode. We're back, baby. Oh shit!
That was a really interesting episode.
They really didn't. They kind of expanded on the Pietro stuff, but they kind of sidestepped that for the Vision investigation arc.
He was more of a sort of comic relief character for most of it. Weirdly.
Yeah.
But they did,
He
They
definitely
didn't fully say anything necessarily.
he feels a lot like he is like different to everyone else.
Yeah,
He knows
like
he knows what's
commenting
going on.
stuff.
He's aware.
Yeah. Why is he aware?
Why is
happening?
Why is he Evan Peters from the X-Men universe?
There's
got to be a reason
different.
behind that. They didn't just.
Yeah. But they still. So like, she sees his corpse in a similar vein to how she sees Vision's corpse earlier on in the season. But it's still Evan Peters' face.
The corpse. I thought when like because that shot kind of focuses on the bullet wounds and then pans up and you see this like zombie Evan Peters, and I was really hoping it would be zombie Aaron Taylor Johnson, just for, like a shot.
Yeah.
But
I guess it all depends on what they're doing with it. Maybe like in another universe he had the same fate, but it was the X-Men version of him or something.
I didn't see
perhaps.
Dark Phoenix. He survived that though. I take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a broken leg. They had to figure out a way to nerf him, so they broke his leg.
Of course. Doesn't he have super fast healing?
That's good point. But they extra broke his leg. I don't know.
Okay.
Double break.
I need to know what like Yo Magic is.
Yeah, I had no clue.
What the fuck was that? Yo Magic.
Also, it was one of those sort of old kind of animated, like, was it wax? Like, it wasn't. It was like wax animation.
Yeah, that's
it was stop motion.
Stop motion. That's it. No one. Wallace and Gromit.
So, but I think the slogan might have been the biggest part of it. Was it's like it's for the survivors, but like Wanda and
survivors
Vision
of
didn't survive.
Survivors of that? I don't know. I'm
like
assuming
the snap, perhaps.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
Can he impose a snap there? Because I can't snap my fingers. Can you get a sound effect?
There you go. I'll do it for you.
Cool.
I'm not doing any editing to these that isn't syncing up audio and removing green screen. Yeah. I mean, okay, so that episode was like pretty crazy, some cool shit happening, but it was like it's cool for like plot, and it's like good that the plot's moving along. Whereas last episode, that sort of ending was like, whoa, like in a meta sense, it was like, holy shit, like they've got an X-Men.
That was the Luke Skywalker thing, I take it, that they were talking about.
It's that sort of big, whereas this week it's like, here's some cool shit that actually progresses it properly, as opposed to like Easter egg sort of, you recognize this guy from X-Men, which is cool because
reminded me of
we've learned
Stranger
now
Things somehow.
I suppose the Halloween aesthetic.
The portal in Stranger Things when it got bigger.
Oh yeah.
It really reminded me of that.
Especially
even with the
got, like,
red
creepy
sort of
edge to it
behind it.
Yeah, it's that sort of like not necessarily adult television, but it's got that sort of like creepy edge to it. Especially with, like, Vision dying again for the third time. That was like gruesome and like actually kind of upsetting. Like it was really just they just weren't holding back because I guess there's no gore to it, so they could just do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, also
even when
it was like
apart.
it was like Blue Blood. Like, if that was any other character, that would be the most gruesome thing you could ever see. Like, just someone's skin.
If he's getting,
being, like,
him getting
ripped
torn
off their
apart, you
body.
just see like fibers of Mind Stone and stuff. Like,
I was surprised he didn't start to look more like Corpse Vision though.
I think we were
'Cause
all
I
there.
thought
Like,
that
he's gonna
was-
fall to
yeah.
pieces. He's gonna turn into a corpse.
Yeah, I
Which
straight
he
up
kind of
thought.
did, but
The fact that they're tracking him was quite cool. Like the fact that they're using Vision to like basically, I guess, count everyone in Westview and almost like track Wanda, really, because like 9 times out of 10 that's where Vision goes.
yeah, they were saying like, oh, is that Wanda? It's like, no, it's Vision's like decaying vibranium body sort of thing. So yeah, that's interesting. So it's okay. So what do you guys feel about like how quickly we went from like the ragtag group of people sort of solving the mysteries from within SWORD to like immediately becoming fugitives, and they're like hacking into the system? Like it happened within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like what happened there?
It was
He did
very
suddenly
weird.
snap and go, yeah.
Like, get rid of these people, get them out of here, and it was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
It felt like a villain acting like a villain, like as opposed to like
Yeah. Get rid of them.
plausible,
Like you, yeah.
decisions.
I was quite surprised to see like I want to say we're so used to like the sort of the sassy characters that they're like say their snide comment to like the person in authority and like they'll gloss over it, but like Kat Dennings was like, oh, you're a jerk, and then he actually turned around and was like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, like,
I
do you
was so
work for me?
surprised when he like responded. I was like, whoa.
The do you work for me? I don't know. Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
made me laugh. So why am I here? Yeah, I thought the whole get out of here was like, what? Why? What they do?
Was
It
it
was
so
like
that they
final
could drive
warning.
away and not get eaten by the expanding?
Yeah, a little bit of
I
a
feel like they
plot
did it for
contrivance
Pop,
to get
but they didn't
moving.
necessarily think about it for... Unless he's got some alter agenda.
Well, that's the thing. He's definitely very sus. Like he's obviously got shit
Hugely.
going on.
He's going to be Wanda's main antagonist, I think, for this
Yeah.
show.
It seems that way.
He's
There's
like
no
the
one else really
scientist in
antagonistic,
Stranger
is it?
Things. Why do I keep comparing this to Stranger Things?
Similar vibe, man. It's very
It
similar.
is very similar.
Despite the fact that last week was 80s, but
Yeah, but this week felt more, in a way, in some ways.
it definitely had more campiness to it this week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the running around. Oh, we're so fast. We're stealing all the candy. Yeah.
It was interesting.
Like a 90s sitcom.
It was interesting with Quicksilver, Pietro like asking Wanda and like commending her for the like what's the word I'm thinking of? For like how respectful she's still being of the people she's entrapping. Like
Yeah.
the
Keeping couples together and
yeah, like she
Compared to doing
hid the kids and
to her.
stuff, and he was like, yeah,
Which
and
is-
you've adapted from nightmares and red shit coming out your hands. I was like,
which is interesting. Like, why does he know that? Like, why does she see him as dead? Is he dead? Because why would he have those memories? But then,
I think there's a
Like-
number of... Go on.
well, I was just gonna say because like, if this is straight up X-Men: Days of Future Past Pietro, his mum is in that movie. So like, his
His
parents
dad
aren't
is
dead.
Magneto,
Exactly,
which he
yeah.
knows about.
So, what the hell's going on?
I think there's like multiple strings to him. Like I think part of him is X-Men, Pietro, and then part of his mind, possibly from like her inputting her memories assimilating to her, that they like. That's why they've got some memories missing, but not
Same
all
with
of them.
Vision, I guess. Yeah.
Because I think she sees him as Pietro from the MCU, despite looking different.
Mm.
But somehow I don't know. She's got mind powers.
Just hand wave it away. Mind powers. Don't worry.
So before this started, before the episode started, as we were recording our still yet to be seen watch along series, Sam brought up the fact that Sam, do you want to take this on, the thing you brought up, or your prediction?
Talking to me, right?
Yeah. Well,
What was
so
my prediction?
the episode began with all clips now featuring on Disney Plus. You were like, is there going to be a clip show in this?
Mm. Well, yeah. So I was like, well, that's weird. They don't normally do that. And the only time you see that is at the end of when they do a sizzle reel for an upcoming Marvel movie, and they'll show clips from previous ones, and at the end it's all of these movies now available on Blu-ray and DVD, and it was exactly like that, but at the start of it. So it's all of these things are now streaming. So I was like, well, are we going to see clips from other movies? And then literally within the first 5 seconds or whatever it was, we
get Age of
Aaron
Ultron.
Taylor-Johnson as Age of Ultron's
flashback.
getting shot and stuff.
Which felt weird, right? That cutaway, I was like, what? Where's this come from?
Well, because when they've recast before, properly recast, they've never sort of called back to the fact that there's been a recasting.
Yeah, you don't see the face of Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Eric
Eric Banner.
Yeah, you don't see Next Town Baby, and then it cuts to Don Cheadle in the suit.
Yeah, there's although they've had that character development, you ignore it.
Yeah, you just can't. It just doesn't make sense to show it. But which adds to the point that this is obviously deliberately supposed to look like someone else. They'll show those clips, and I wonder if, because all the clips were shots of him getting shot. I think. It was every shot in the movie where a bullet hits him, just so you remember when it gets to that point and you see his dead body, he's bullet riddled. You're like, oh yeah, remember that from the start of the episode?
They're doubling down. No, this is him. This is him. Which
We haven't recast. He looks different deliberately.
who is? Yeah, I'm still unsure on whether or not this will be an X-Men
crossover.
Or if it is just Marvel liked him in Days of Future Past and thought, fuck it, let's keep him going. Aaron Taylor-Johnson doesn't want to do it. Maybe
I feel like that would be a bit of a they know that we're fully expecting an X-Men related thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
100%.
a tricky one. There's at this stage after seeing this episode, I am 50% he's just been cast because he was good, but then it has to be because of the X-Men, but then there's just nothing there right now to I don't know.
Maybe that's what they want.
He
you to
knows
believe,
everything
though.
she knows, and they're really making us question ourselves and is he an X-Men? He has to be, right? I don't know.
Otherwise, I don't. Yeah. They could have
Okay, so here's the thing. Oh no, carry on, please carry on. Sam.
I was just going to say they could have got Aaron Taylor. They could have got Aaron Taylor-Johnson. They're Disney. They can do anything.
Oh yeah. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
If he just said no,
My Wi-Fi's being all.
what are you gonna do?
Guys.
You double the pay.
Hello.
And he's, no, and then you triple the pay, and then he's like, okay, fine.
Oh.
I'm kick-ass. Remember that when they said kick-ass?
That was a fun reference. I like that a lot.
It was really they just said it.
Kick-ass.
Kick-ass. We were in Kick-Ass because we're Quicksilver. Oh God, we've lost Sam.
Oh, we've lost Sam.
Right. I'm sure he'll come back.
Hopefully he'll return. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. There he is.
Here he is.
We're carrying on, Sam.
My Wi-Fi dropped.
Oh, we appear to be having
And
Wi-Fi
it fucking
difficulties.
did it again.
It's okay.
Moving on.
So
Stop
here's an interesting-
dropping.
in
Stop.
a lot of people were saying there's possibility that this
Why
is
you
kind of
do
based
this?
on like some comic stuff. Have you ever heard of like House of M?
But you're back now. Why
Yes.
can't you reconnect to the bloody
Just like
call?
this sort of like X-Men, like iconic X-Men thing, and at the end of it, Scarlet Witch says,
How are the quality
no
of the call?
more
Not
mutants.
too.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, that's
And it's sort of, it was like a big moment in
Hello.
Marvel.
I should be
Hey,
alright now.
Got you back. How are we doing, Sam? You hanging in there?
I'm doing good. My Wi-Fi's doing. It's just there.
So Sam, I'm on a point of, you heard of House of M, the X-Men storyline?
X-Men comic.
What I might have heard. What it's about. What's it about?
So basically, I don't really know what it's about, other than right at the end of it, Scarlet Witch famously says, no more mutants, and she's so powerful that she rewrites reality to remove mutants from existence. Now, I did see an interesting theory online that like that they could do like a sort of meta, like reimagining of that moment, and instead of saying no more mutants, she'll say no
More mutants.
and then like, because obviously if this continues as it does, and we find out that Quicksilver is a mutant, and then because she was saying in this episode that she felt so alone, and like she was in this like pit of darkness, and like she felt truly alone, and now the other person that is like her enhanced brother, is there, and maybe he'll say to her, oh, I'm actually an X-Men, and I'm from a universe where there are more people like us. And then it could lead to a point where she's like, I need people like me, I won't be alone anymore. No, more mutants. And then like it'd be this amazing like reference, and like
Portal
that's how they
scene, but
introduce
with
the X-Men,
all
is
the
they
Marvel
bring them
characters.
Deep cut.
Just the best
Deepest
splash
lore.
page you've ever seen.
They just get a fan edit from YouTube and put it in canon.
Every version of
And Toby
so
Maguire
right.
comes through like. I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get this.
to get in this show.
Yeah, put dirt in your eye. So I did a wee Google of House of M, and one of the first images to come up is an image of Wanda, and like she's like a broken puzzle, like being pulled apart, and it looked very similar to what we got with Vision being pulled back into the Hex. Like, it looks
Interesting.
looks hella sort of like, yeah, no, that could have been the inspiration for sure. I'd love that. I think
yeah.
if we get Wanda, like, essentially create the mutants, like, that would be ridiculous and like show a ridiculous amount of power for her. Like,
Yeah.
that's huge. Like, that would be huge.
Her and Strange have are the most powerful, like mystical.
Yeah.
Well, I think Wanda's just straight up one of the most powerful people in the MCU. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Seems that way.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thought. So Rambeau, right? They say that her DNA has been changed twice now. If you remember in the episode where she like first wakes up and they've done the scans, it's like we need to do them again because they've come up blank or whatever. So her mum's nickname was Photon, and I think that's her like superhero name in the comics. She's like Photon. So here's to add to that theory: if instead of Wanda pulling all these X-Men from an alternate universe, if we're sort of setting up that she can rewrite people's DNA like she's done to Rambeau, and if Rambeau now discovers she has powers, then in theory Wanda could just go fuck it and then just like give random people, like imagine that, like she just sort of engulfs the world and then just like random people, you have powers now, and then they become the X-Men.
Just
or throws
like the mutant X gene out into.
Yeah, it makes it rain down upon all the randos.
And there's just one guy.
You see a
in
bald guy in
wheelchair.
It's like the.
Yeah, get out of my brain.
And he's
like his
"I can read
girlfriend
minds."
dumps him, and he's like, "Man, I wish I knew what she was really thinking." Oh God!
It burns.
And that's
Like
how we
this-
got the storm in Misfits.
Great show.
There's like a guy, like, he's sat on his sofa and like he's just sat down with his bowl of cereal, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot my spoon," and he's like, and he's like reaching for it, and then he comes over to him, and he's like, "Oh!"
You get the Captain America hammer moment, but with a spoon.
And then like the milk spills up on him. He's like, why'd I do this?
So in the episode, they talk about how they figured out a way to get back in.
Okay.
Rambo and Darcy and Wu talk about how like they figured out a way to get Rambo back in, and it's like it's to do with the aerospace engineer, right?
Oh,
Reed
yes.
Richards.
Reed
So
Richards.
like, who's that gonna be? It
Reed Richards.
seemed like they were on their way to go meet that person.
That was it. She said it was an hour until.
Will they
go-
get eaten by the dome? Who knows?
Who's it gonna be? It would be huge, like ridiculously big, if like John Krasinski just like, "Hey, how's it going? Yeah, here's your thing.
Hey,
See ya."
like, I'm Reed Richards. Just looks at the camera
Like-
like, I am Reed Richards.
I can stretch.
Aren't I Mr. Fantastic for getting you this vehicle?
But yeah, like how fucking big would that be if we get a random casting just out of the blue? Boom, here, yeah.
It's got to be John Krasinski, right? Surely. Has to.
That's kind of the fan favorite. I like it, but do you remember a few years ago I like came to you with my Fantastic Four casting idea?
I want to say Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was my choice for Reed
That'd be good.
Richards. And then I had like I think I had Zac Efron for Human Torch.
Oh yeah, like
No.
I don't hate that. Like at the time I was like, cool, and like I'm not opposed to it. But I think
I'd
the
be fine
times
with
have sort
that.
of moved on.
But, yeah.
and maybe it'd be someone else.
Give
now.
it to John and
Chris Evans
And
for
Emily
Human
Blunt.
Torch.
I'm not done with the MCU yet. Yeah, mate. I think, especially now that we've had a week where it's like no crazy reveals, like it's an episode that focuses on the show, and it's not like, whoa, look who we got this time. It leaves room for next week. Here he is, introducing John Krasinski's Reed Richards.
You were really, really unsure about how to pronounce that then, weren't you?
Yeah,
I saw the
ruined that
confidence
delivery.
just fade away. You were right. You were correct with it, but
Okay,
you
good.
were just like Krasinski.
The problem is, I'm like picturing like how you spell it as I'm saying it, and I'm like focusing too much on the spelling, even though that doesn't matter. And I'm like, Krasinski.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, like I don't know. Will it be? Because I mean, they've done it before. They did it with Hawkeye and Thor. Like Jeremy Renner was there.
That's true.
He turns up, he points
I
a bow
suppose-
and arrow, and that's it. He's not there for the rest of it. Like
And
yeah,
then,
that did happen.
That
Oh,
was a
God.
thing.
we get tiny
I
cameos.
suppose the difference there is that those movies were a year apart. Thor was 2011, Avengers 2012. Fantastic Four was announced, right? But did it have a date?
No.
Can
I
you?
don't
like,
think it did.
I think they were just like, "This is happening.
This is-
Here's
yeah.
a logo an intern made 5 minutes ago." Like,
He put
So-
4 and then turned it blue and did a fancy italic font. And then drew a
Pretty much.
circle.
Oh yeah,
we need a circle on this.
It's very reminiscent of the Sonic. Like
Oh, they're like neon.
yeah, it feels like Sonic.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I'm here for it.
But there's no date.
No date.
No date. That would be like wild though. If it was like I feel like we need to temper our expectations because it's probably not going to be Reed. But if it is, that's mental that they would just be like, here he is, potentially 5 years before that movie comes out. Like,
yeah.
Here we've cast him. Like, God, I hope he doesn't start tweeting shit.
Oh my
these
god.
next 5 years.
Oh, yeah, that's quite interesting. Sorry, just whilst I was looking for that logo, someone's had Matt Smith down for Reed Richards.
Oh.
Which I'm like, I can
be-
see that. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of got the look.
Sure.
American or British?
Why not?
Oh, you have to go American, right? Like,
Yeah.
put
Same
the
with-
accent on.
Same with all the other British actors playing American actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
They're playing
I did
American
wonder at one
characters.
point if Strange would be British.
I also wondered that. I thought that would have been really cool.
I'm glad.
It might have been a bit too Sherlocky though. Like
Yeah.
I'm chill with it. Now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't feel like you could have got the
Yeah.
arrogance across. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
if you had that in a British
You'd have
accent,
got
it would have sounded more
it'd have been
sarcastic
Sherlocky
as opposed
arrogance.
to- Yeah.
Mm.
Well, because I think at the time as well, I was sort of like, well, why don't they make him like British and then like just set it in England? But then I was like, that wouldn't work because he's like a big shot, well-paid like
New York
surgeon. Because I
doctor,
suppose
yeah,
that's how
surgeon.
it works in America, right? You sort of make
Yeah.
your money
Mm.
as opposed to the NHS. Like, it'd be really weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Different countries, man.
Oh, not again.
I would have been okay with him being a British doctor in the States,
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
Fuck's
Like,
sake.
Yeah.
but I'm glad with what we got and his
My desktop
Yeah.
doesn't do this.
really generic American
My
accent.
laptop's right. Like, the Wi-Fi's
That's
I
just
think
fine.
Paul Bettany is the
Just
only
there.
British actor.
Sorry,
who's
Sam, if
made
this
it
is making
through.
more
Oh,
work.
maybe actually Tom Hiddleston. They're the only two that have made it through
Mm.
and like got to keep their accents.
Mm. We've lost Sam again.
Poor Sam. He lives out in the sticks somewhere. No internet. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who this person they're going to meet is.
Yeah, they're really teasing it as well because this is the second week now where
Yeah,
it's like
it's
he's
been-
coming, which you could argue is another like argument for it being someone big like Reed Richards.
Yeah, like
Because
they're really...
Spreading it out like, oh, it's gonna be like they know everyone will be theorizing for 2 weeks in a row
Yeah.
about who it is.
That's if we get it next week. With, like, who knows?
That's true. But like,
Who knows?
they were gonna meet him in an hour.
We might not see them next week.
We may never see anyone ever. That the show gets cancelled after this episode. We'll never see anyone again.
I mean, when Darcy got eaten by the force field thing,
Oh, fuck.
she didn't turn into anything.
Yeah,
No one noticed
she
that?
disappear.
Well, I think it just went over her and kept going. Like, I don't think we saw her on the other side because I feel like that's going to be a
That's
big
true,
reveal,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think a part of me thinks like she's gonna like, I don't know, have like a cart or something that like she's always walking around because she's
Oh, because it's the car.
Oh, because she's
yeah.
handcuffed.
stuck.
to the
That's funny.
like she might be like an
Yeah,
ice
that'd be
cream
cool.
like ice cream.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, but then also it would be like 2000s, right? So like maybe she's
Anything
Oh,
off
that's
the
also
trolley,
true,
dears? Harry Potter was 2000.
yeah, no, it's set in the 90s.
Well, no, the movies came out in the 2000s.
yeah, but set in the 90s.
Yeah, I know it was. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
That would be fun. A fun
Yeah.
reveal.
I mean, to be fair, it could be 90s again next week. Like, we didn't see a change. We just saw the world get bigger. So,
yeah.
Mm.
Is she the only named character that
went in.
went in?
Yeah, so Hayward.
I think so.
Hayward and that one, like, on the edge of it, but I think making it out. And
Yeah,
then
because
William
otherwise there's
Lando.
no real
Wow.
antagonist necessarily
Yeah, they needed to keep
if he gets taken out.
like heroes and villains on the outside of the bubble, and like yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Hayward being now just like a villain.
Straight
Like
up
making.
villain.
I hope like maybe even like we get a redemption arc for him where it's like, no, the decisions I was making weren't villainous. They were just like, I'm trying to do.
Safe.
It needed to be done. Like
Yeah, I'm just trying to
methods
do
are
what's
a bit
best.
bad, but
So like, yeah, so he isn't just I'm the baddie this week, like.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that
You could
on the show. I don't think we need it.
Yeah.
No.
No. But I going off what you're saying as well, you could totally imagine like a scene very late in the game where, because like they establish in the episode Rambo comes back during that flashback that he like sort of fell into management, like there was no other applicants or whatever, or there was no one else for the job, so he sort of got it by default. So you could totally imagine a scene where he just snaps under the pressure and he's like, I didn't ask for this job. Like, I'm trying to do the best I can, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like, you could totally see something like that happening. It's like, it's okay. We could do this as a team.
Maybe he's like, maybe he's just one of those people who doesn't like getting undermined. So he was like, the second they started like disagreeing with him, he was like, right, get out.
Get him out, because I need to be thinking clearly. Like, I need to just do this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Can't have people questioning me.
Yeah, because
maybe he's questioning himself.
Wu was like much more intelligible about much more knowledgeable rather about everything that was happening during that briefing scene, and then he was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, has she not got a weird silly name or whatever?
Yeah, and then so yeah, it could just be like. Needs to be in charge. He just wants to feel
break
important.
down and be like, I'm so sorry. I should have listened.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Like, don't give him the whole like, oh, we've got to do this under a time frame because he's gonna blow up Westview. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I feel like we need that.
We're gonna use the earthquake machine, Morty, and destroy all of Westview.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna cut a hole in the top and put a bomb down in there.
We're gonna dig really low.
Vision's gonna have to drive up on a bike with his son and like grab it or throw it out. Yeah.
I'm Director Harwood. Who? I'm a man on a big TV.
Here's a question. What is he hiding? Did they find out? They didn't find out in this episode what his like super secret file was, right?
He was tracking
Kat
Vision.
Yeah.
But then Kat Dennings was like, I'm going to stay behind because he's got deeper secrets. And then she like opened the file.
Yeah.
Did
and
she
then
find out what was in there?
She went like, oh, you bastard. And then the breach started to happen and she ran outside.
Right, yeah, Vision started to come through.
It could be. Ooh. So, okay, here's my theory about that. What I think is going to happen. She's now inside. She's permanently driving an ice cream van. Something like that. I don't know. She's gonna be handcuffed to something. She gotta be. But so Vision's gonna do the whole touch the temple, take away Wanda's power, and then she's gonna pass on some like key information to Vision because she's the only one who knows it.
Because he's not gonna remember what happened. I don't think.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. Yeah, because like,
he was like,
you can imagine Wanda nursing him at the start of the next episode, like, "Oh, you had just a rough dream" or something like that. You know?
Yeah,
but he was like, what was he? He was like, "Help the people."
Yeah.
Creepy line.
Oh, as he's dying as well. He's such a hero, man. He's like dying, and he's like,
he's the ultimate.
People need help.
He was written as a hero, wasn't he? Literally.
The Vision.
The whole "What's an Avenger" thing with Agnes.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
Doesn't remember any of it.
He's just straight up got no idea who he is, like, at all.
Yeah.
He did say last time he was like he doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, he says, "Wow, what?
He's
what
like, I don't know who I am."
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Oh, it's so exciting.
But then you get scenes where like Wanda, like Quicksilver's like, "You're doing a good job. Like you're so considerate." And she's like, "Oh, you think it's fine? Like, no, don't enable her. Like this is
don't
insane.
think what I'm doing is wrong."
Well, that's
Also,
fine
like,
then.
Like, I'm glad this show is now being very self-aware about the whole Wanda's accent has disappeared, which I don't believe. I don't stand by that. Like, Wanda's accent is there during
When she
anything she's in, except from this show, because she's playing a character. Like,
when she left the dome, her
Yeah.
accent came back.
So, but like people
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
saying for years, like, oh, her accent just went away, didn't it? But it straight up didn't.
It weakened.
Yeah,
it definitely weakened.
Yeah.
But I think that's just when you move somewhere, you pick up the accent.
Yeah,
But
there are moments in like Civil War where it comes back in and out, and then in Infinity War it's almost gone, but it's still definitely there.
But
Vision!
in
That was the wrong accent, but
in Endgame, she's like the whole you took everything from me. Like it's there, like it's like
true.
it's purely there.
I don't
You
even
couldn't
know
say
who
she
you
had an
are.
American accent because
Yeah.
she just doesn't. So like that stuff annoys me, and I'm glad they're like being like fuck you,
Yeah,
kind of in this show.
it's-
Like
yeah, they're sort of winking at it a little bit. Like they know that the fans have said, "Oh, where'd her accent go?" But like, of course, they've brought it back for this because it
Yeah.
makes sense. And like,
okay, predictions for next week. Mine is
Reed
Cat's
Richards.
gonna be a ice cream woman. That's mine.
All right, okay. Prediction. We're gonna. So, I wanted to bring this up last time, but I forgot. So, director guy, he says that he's like, oh yeah, Wanda went against the Vision's living will by like taking her away. But I think that's like a hint that we're gonna find out that like he's obviously going against the Vision's will, and like he was gonna weaponize him. And like that's what Darcy will say to Vision, like they were going to clone you. Because someone pointed out, I think, something like probably on Reddit or YouTube, that when Brambo goes back to Sword initially, they're like, yeah, we sort of stopped doing a bunch of space stuff and focused on like artificial intelligence and robotics, which makes sense if they were experimenting on Vision. So I think that would be the big reveal. It's like you were going to be weaponized or something like that, you know?
Yeah, or like maybe he already has.
Oh,
I mean,
There's a
they did have
second
his
Vision.
body in lockup,
Yeah,
which he
yeah,
stole.
that's true.
For 5 years. They had that for 5 years. They probably would have done something with it.
Yeah, true.
They did have it, yeah, of course, yeah, because it was still there after the.
The snap, yeah. Any other wild predictions?
Reed Richards.
It's got to be that, right?
Yeah. I'm chill with saying Reed Richards as
I think Strange will come in probably episode 8 or 9, but maybe next episode. I don't know.
Strange has to also show up, right?
I think
Come
Strange
on.
has definitely got to show up,
Strange
even if it's
or
either going to be right at the end or
Or like the
sort of
last episode.
last couple of episodes.
or
Yeah.
could it be Mordo? And during Multiverse of Madness, Wanda's
What is a villain?
on the villainous side.
Whoa!
Again.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I hope
'Cause
not.
we're quite
But
far
Mordo-
into this without really having any character development from Wanda. She's still
Full
kind
on.
of
Yeah, she's not.
A-okay with what she's doing. She's loving
She's
life.
not really questioning herself.
No.
Quicksilver's enabling her as well. It's like
It's like
Ooh.
someone. It's like when you get those really. Who am I thinking of? Not Walter White in Breaking Bad, but kind of like when you get someone like that, a sort of protagonist character who keeps doing worse and worse things and keeps feeling like this is fine. Although there was a guy in Luther. You seen that?
Not for a while, yeah.
He was like a vigilante, he killed people, and then he, like, at first you think, oh, I mean, they were horrible people and he saved other innocent people, so that maybe is okay, but then he starts killing innocent people and then he just things get out of hand, and he just, to maintain this kind of illusion, he just goes
it's a sort of
off the
descent,
rails.
isn't it? Into
Yeah,
like,
descent
yeah.
into
Evil.
you get so wound up in maintaining this thing that you lose sight of what's right and wrong.
Cool. All right.
So
Well,
there's some predictions there. We did it, boys. We did it.
we did.
Yeah. I think we're about to hit our camera mark. So, Sam, please plug what you want to plug.
What do I want to plug?
Sorry, just drop that one.
My YouTube channel, Sam Bram, link in description if Sam puts it in description.
Yeah,
and
I'll do that.
An end card? Not card.
Sure.
What's it called?
Well, we haven't really
Tile.
used end cards, but maybe on this I'll use one, like a tile on there.
You don't have to, but in description.
Yeah, we did a crossover thing with Sam and Neil's other podcast channel for Christmas.
Yeah,
That was quite
so
fun.
go and watch. You didn't release the supercut globally, did you?
No.
Maybe at some point.
Maybe soon.
That was just sort of like a little side project for us. Maybe one day it'll come up. Yeah. Anyway, cool. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you all again, you lovely viewers, next week.
All 100 of you.
All 100 of you. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave a like and smack subscribe, and thank you very much. Cheers.